Hey guys, Robbie K coming in here, surviving the hurricane and flash flood to get you set and ready for another Robbie's movie reviews. Tonight, no, it's not the movie behind me, but something equally scary potentially. Yes, we are talking about the Halloween movie to kind of kick off stuff. Welcome to the review on Goosebumps, number 2, Haunted Halloween. Now, if you're big on kind of the R.L. Stein books like yours truly, then you will definitely be stoked to see a sequel. Whereas if you are not so much of a fan or didn't like the movie itself, then you're probably not going to be interested in this one. But nevertheless, yours truly is here to try to come and help determine and get you a little bit of the 411 on the movie coming at you today. So as always, for those who are new to the channel, we do trailer, we then do kind of the quick and dirty summary, and then on to the second one, which is a little more of the details. And seeing as I got about 20 minutes, I got to make this a little faster before I go hit my next film. So let's get started. Goosebumps 2 pretty much tries to take off not too long after Goosebumps 1, essentially taking place in a slightly different town where R.L. Stein had his stomping grounds. And in doing so, two kids in search and perusing of junk unleash Slappy once more. The diabolical ventriloquist dummy is out there ready to write his own story and bring with it another haunted madness in the pursuit of some type of greedy gold. Can the kids help him out? I'm pretty sure you know the answer to it, but nevertheless, we're going to not spoil anything and get right to the review. When it comes to the Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween quick review, truth is it's fun, it's cute, and it still brings some of that childish nostalgia back to life, though maybe not as much as the first one. It feels like an unfinished R.L. Stein book, comes out with a good presentation of it, and really captivates on the key character that the series is known for, which is Slappy the ventriloquist dummy. If you like that and wanted a little more horror infusion into it, you've got it, but probably not enough to give your kids nightmares, maybe outside of the portrayal of Slappy and at the opening scenes. Nevertheless, the movie is fun, has some comedy aspects to it, and maybe not as good as the first one, but definitely a lot of fun and just a cute charm that I think families will really enjoy. Don't anticipate it being the big box office smash. I think that's going to go to one of the other two, one of which I'm about to see, but nevertheless a fun one. Got some cleaning up to do in terms of if they decide to do a third one. But nevertheless, just a cute, family-friendly, concise adventure with a little bit of nostalgia and a little bit of something for families. And that's the quick and dirty review for it. Now, in regards to those who want to stick around for the likes and dislikes, hold on for just a second. While those who are looking for a score, I would say that in its genre, probably family and horror, it's probably maybe a 7, mostly for the family aspect with a little bit of family horror Halloween, I would say. In regards to the movie overall, it's probably around a 5, 5.5. Not bad, but just not quite the same effort. Anyway, that's it for that one. Let's head to the likes and dislikes. For those looking for the details, here's what you got. In terms of the likes, first thing is that, again, it's cute, charming, and family friendly. I think those are going to be all 3 likes kind of wrapped up into one. If you're looking to find a holiday movie that you want to take your kids to, really enjoying it and not inducing too many nightmares, thrills, or jump scares, this movie's it for you. It's got a good family-friendly aspect. It's very welcoming to kids, and I think they're going to get a hoot out of some of the humor to really kind of liven up the situation. In addition, the acting is pretty good, the effects aren't very overwhelming, so again, it runs on that family-friendly aspect that you're looking for the Halloween season without jumping too far into the darkness realm. In addition, I gotta give it props for pace and kind of time, because it's a movie that could have gone probably another half an hour looking at the way they were going, but fortunately, wow, that's a weird skyline, sorry, but fortunately though, the movie keeps the pace going and gets it nicely wrapped up in about an hour and a half. So, kudos to them on that and really sort of utilizing it. I can say that the concept and the story take a little more of the darker twist, which makes it a little more engaging. And there are some fun little cute factors into there in terms of just the acting as well. Not so overwhelming. and very appropriate for the, excuse me, intended audience that it's for. I'd have to say that probably my two biggest features are, I did like the way they went to Slappy. Put him a little more as the antagonist with a little more bite than in the first film. He really kind of gets a dastardly plan going and feels like a good R.L. Stine representation of him. But now we have to get ready for them to potentially take him even further. But I would say that definitely an improvement in terms of Slappy's portrayal and inclusion into the story. And I would say the second thing is that I did have fun with it. It was just a fun, entertaining movie. And I think that worked for me, especially since my audience member who accompanied me, Mom, is a big fan of the series. So that kind of gives me a good family aspect that you can have fun and enjoy it a little bit, though maybe not as much as the first one. So I guess that brings me to kind of where the dislikes are. First of all, in terms of the nostalgia factor, it's there, but not fully there. The first one had enough references and enough trade backs and throwbacks to really be like, I remember that book, I remember that book, I remember that book. This one kind of forewent the other books and instead really just focused on Slappy as your main nostalgia one. So if you like that kind of hunting down the references component, there might be a few in there, but nothing like the first one. I'd say the second dislike I have is that it is a little corny and a little bit cliche. This one definitely followed more of the predictable components with it, and as a result, it's entertaining, but probably not fully good in storytelling. But when you come to a kid's movie like this, sometimes that's not what you're looking for. The laughs are okay, not as clever as the first one, so there's kind of a docking point there. Again, I did enjoy some of the humor, but it was just really missing that bite, pizzazz, and kind of rapier wit that you've got. In terms of anything else, well, I would definitely say that another dislike is, I guess I wish they'd utilized Jack Black a lot more. He was part of the reason I enjoyed the first one as much as I did. And while he was included in this one and did what he needed to do, it was a little less impressive as he was only kind of in the background with not much else behind it. Again, they capitalized on what he could do with it, but next time I'm hoping for a little more inclusion in this character, again, should they decide to do a sequel. Do I have anything else? In regards to it, it's a little... The story itself is a little... meh. It started out, again, very strong, only to then kind of peter out and drop into a very wrapped up, anticlimactic, again, very cliche, predictable ending. So the dislike there is probably doing a little more. I'd say the same thing with usually Ken Jeong as well. He's in there, and so is Wendy from the Goldbergs, but again, not utilizing the best of their characters and kind of trading more for the young ones, which I guess is what you're looking for in this kind of film. Nevertheless, I would say that the only other thing that I would give kind of a shout out to what I would hope they'll avoid is, because this movie is so short, the advertising has ruined a lot of the fun and features to it. So if you go and watch probably all 5 of the trailers or however many are out, you're going to piece it together enough to not warrant a trip to the theater, to be honest. But outside of that, and the predictability components, it's, not awful. So as we were wrapping up and kind of talking about, Goosebumps 2 is fine. It's a fun follow-up that's really good for the intended audience of the young and the young at heart. You'll enjoy it. You'll probably get a couple of chuckles out there, but you will not find it maybe as good as the first one in terms of quality and as well put together. Still, fun adventure, and though the effects would probably warrant a trip to the theater, I can say that for the most part, this one's going to be best left for maybe a Netflix special or TV special, especially with, if you're at my particular region, you got 5 other movies to choose from with a little more bite to it. 2 of the contenders being the El Royale as well as First Man. Both probably better theater quality movies. So regardless, my friends, I've got to get to another theater. You've already heard the scores, but a summary is probably for family, horror, and I guess I'll probably put adventure into it. You got a 7. In terms of the movie overall, definitely a 5.5 on that side. A good trip, a good attempt at trying to make a sequel, but take the potential, take the nostalgia, wrap them both together, and you can potentially make a good third installment, again, should they choose to. Outside of that, though, I wish you all a good night if you decide not to check out my other one later, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for the support. Share, like, please help me make this better. And more importantly, please share to get the word out. Let me help as many people as possible. Thanks, guys, and have a good one.